Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending upon where you're at in the world today and whatever the time may be, wherever you are. My name is Stephen Anthony, and on behalf of RocktheBizOps and RocktheBizOps Team Build, what we've got going on here today is going to be just a very short little tutorial training from inside of my HungryforHits Traffic Exchange back office. And the reason I want to take a few minutes and show you something back here is because there's a really handy little detailed site and account stats area inside of everyone's back office in HungryforHits. And the way you find this page in your back office is you simply come over here. From your home page, you'll see the menu bar across the top, but you come to the stats, right? And then when you click on the stats tab, it will refresh and open up to this page exactly where we were just a minute ago, okay? And from inside of this page, what you want to do is you want to just scroll over to the far right in this area where you see it says Traffic Delivery Comparison. And you're going to open this tab up. And when you do that, you're going to notice that what Clara has set up here is a list of many of the more popular free-to-use traffic exchanges, manual traffic exchanges online today. Okay, not all of them, not even nearly all of them. But a lot of the more popular traffic exchanges that everyone is using are going to be listed here in the left-hand column. In the next column over, you're going to notice that Clara has assigned a grade to each of these individual traffic exchanges in the colors. Okay? Now you're going to notice right off the bat that HungryforHits is listed up top, obviously, and that HungryforHits also receives a grade of 10, which in this case 10 would be the highest score, and I'm not sure if she even assigns zeros, but a 1 would be not a very good score, okay? And the significance of these number grades for each of these traffic exchanges is that Clara she's comparing according to quantity of traffic that's delivered, preferably 80 to 100 hits to each website per day. The ratio of unique visitors compared to the total hits. The ability to choose max how many hits per hour or per day, and how many times any one URL was shown to the same person. So the way Clara is dissecting or analyzing this information is based on her promotions of HungryforHits. And obviously what is most important for her is to have as many unique visitors as possible, and to have the amount of hits per day delivered from any one traffic exchange that she would have some control over, if at all possible. Now, for what we do at RocktheBizOps Team Build, especially for the team promo activities, the Team Spirit promo, the 500 hits per week, we're not necessarily too concerned with how many hits per hour or how many hits per day are being delivered from any one traffic exchange. But whether we're promoting for Team Spirit, for our 500 hits to qualify for rotators, or I know a lot of our Rockstar members are actually still using traffic exchanges to get some visitors to their own personal Rock Funnel pages as well. So the unique hits, which is this center column here, that's how many so for example, HungryforHits gets a grade of 10, which is basically a perfect score. The total hits that were delivered to get this grade was 107. Out of the 107 total hits, there were 86 unique hits. That means of 107 hits delivered, 86 came from a unique IP address or a different person. Okay, unique hits is unique visitors. All right. The max hits was that there was the same person out of these 107 hits and the 86 unique hits, the same person seen the same URL no more than 3 times. Okay? Now, if you happen to come down to, let's find something different here. I'm looking for a better example. Okay, here we go. Here we go. So let's just look, this is just for example, calculating traffic has a grade of 1, okay? There were, in this test, there were 185 unique, or total hits delivered, okay? So they earned enough credits, they received 185 hits. Out of those 185 hits, only 37 of the visitors came from a unique IP address, meaning it was basically all 185 hits were coming from some combination of the same 37 people. And of those 37 people, we don't know how many of the people it was, but the same person seen the same URL as many as 26 times. Okay. So out of 185 hits, one person seen that same link 26 times to make up that 185 hits, right? So if we come back up here to Hungry for Hits, if this was a true 11 grade, it would be 107 total hits, 107 unique hits, only one person ever seen the same URL one time, and the previous grade would be a 10, okay? But I mean, in the world of traffic exchanges, this doesn't work. But I want to point this out to you. I'm going to back up just so you can see how to find this again. So from inside of your Hungry for Hits back office, the home page, you're just going to go across the navigation bar up top, and you're going to click on the Stats tab, okay? And then the Stats tab is going to reload and open up to this Detailed Site and Account Stats. It's going to show your account stats on the main page here, but you're going to go across these tabs to Traffic Delivery Comparison. You're going to open that up. You're going to be able to read the explanation by Clara, and then there's a continuation below the stats as well. So it'll probably do a better job of communicating how this works and what it means compared to what I'm able to do right here on the fly. But the different websites that are the different traffic exchanges that Clara is tracking at this time are all listed here on the far left column, and you're going to notice there are a lot of the traffic exchanges that many of us use on a regular basis are listed here. The next column over gives you the number grade. Okay, 10 is the best, 1 is not so good. You're going to see how many total hits were delivered, and the grade is based on those total hits. Of the total hits, you're going to see how many of those hits were unique from a unique IP address, how many times that same link was shown to any one person out of the total number of hits, and then what the previous grade had been, plus or minus, okay? I'm not sure exactly how often Clara updates this information. I believe it's something like once a month or once every 6 weeks, more or less, something like that, but it's often enough. And the other thing to be aware of, especially when you compare the now grade to the previous grade, is that the grades do change. I mean, for example, at this time, there is the new food game that acts as a traffic exchange downline builder that is bringing a lot of new users to traffic exchanges that previously maybe weren't as popular in the moment. But because people are filling in their downline builder inside of the new food game, okay, that's bringing a lot of new users or previous users back to some of the traffic exchanges that maybe were becoming a little less popular. Now they're starting to warm up and get a little more activity. So the grades do change as Clara updates it. Okay, so traffic exchanges that maybe have a low grade at this time, you know, we'll check back in a month or 6 weeks or whatever it is. The grade could be a little better, or it could be a little worse. So that's something to be aware of too. But just as a general rule, if you're, you know, especially if you're someone who's kind of new to using traffic exchanges in general, you're trying to just figure out, I just want 5 or 10 traffic exchanges that are pretty good that I can just start with and keep everything simple, you know. Here inside of Hungry for Hits, your back office, go to the stats tab, all right, come over to the traffic delivery comparison and just look for the higher graded traffic exchanges on this list. And that's as good of a place as any to start, you know. Just my personal opinion, unless you have some specific reason for spending any time on that traffic exchange, any traffic exchange that is grading lower than a 5 at this point, I would just totally ignore it. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't be too excited about any traffic exchange that's lower than a 7. Yeah, if I'm really being honest. But I mean, some of us do have upgraded memberships on some of these sites, and we're going to be surprised to see how low the grade is according to these stats here. But keep in mind, these stats are primarily to compare how many hits to how many unique visitors, all right, because that's pretty much the significance of this site comparison. It has nothing to do with how many leads are being generated or how many signups are being generated or any kind of a result like that. These are just, if I get 100 hits, I want that to be coming from 100 different visitors, which, like I say, that's not going to happen. But the sites, if the idea of promoting using the traffic exchanges is to try and have as many people seeing our lead capture pages as possible, then obviously we would rather have 10 people see our lead capture pages, 10 different people, rather than one person seeing our same lead capture page 10 times. And that's what this helps to clarify for us. Which of these traffic exchanges is delivering hits that are coming from the more of the unique visitors, unique IP addresses. So I hope this helps you out. Rewind the video, watch it again, just if you need a little help to refresh your memory of how to navigate around. But there are a lot of traffic exchanges listed here. I'll guarantee you that anyone who's using traffic exchanges is going to be familiar with a number of these traffic exchanges, and the grade that's being assigned is probably going to be a little surprising. So check out the grades of your favorite traffic exchanges if they happen to be listed here, and then please adjust your daily ads plan accordingly. All right, if you're wondering why your lead counts are always close to 0 on traffic exchanges, and you take a look at these statistics here and you discover that most of the traffic exchanges that you're using right now are all grading as a 1, that would explain a lot. So take a careful look at these stats in your Hungry for Hits back office, and then, like I say, adjust your daily ads plan accordingly. The link for Hungry for Hits is going to be available on the team blog, and that link is going to be in the description below this video. Thank you very much.